them, but no catch.
See if where Flag goes. Is he gonna just go straight back top lane immediately? More than likely. We'll have our standard lanes.
Expected with the setup. It's definitely going to be on the mid lane. How much can 86 do here as the stand-in against definitely one of the fiercer mids at the tournament here, Abed and the Spirit.
And both mids do have their small camp ability.
Mid lane in and out. Lane guard being leveled up by Abed. Tidebringer. The side lanes. Alright, trading quite nicely here with Fly.
Decent lane right now for Aster. This top lane should be pretty okay for Aster. Once levels come out, Borax just has to be a bit careful. They have to be careful with some like sleep tossback plays that could come out from the side of EG, but a decent lane there. And looking at the bottom lane, as I said, Monet is really gonna have a hard time. They're gonna just consistently arrow the range creep with the Mirana, and then they're just gonna have creep advantage plus an ET with like the spirit bonus damage. So it'll be a bit of a tough start for Monet. We'll see.
What sort of stage can we expect to see some movements? You know, do you want to try and do something about the Kunker early on? Make sure that you can shut his game down early?
Nah, Abed's fine in this matchup. Yep, Ember does good in this one.
Top lane, success. He's got the stick charges. Arteezy running down. Fly's got to be careful.
I like XXS what he's going for here. Immediately going for Falcon Blade. Got a fluffy hat, so just needs to watch about burst potential in the top lane at early levels, so that'll hit the 800 HP already. So he's very, very healthy.
Covering nicely with the stun. Stun that Arteezy tries to step up.
Crit decides to start checking any of these water runes at some point soon. Right now, they're emphasizing on just shutting down Monet. Okay, he actually had the lane in a good position. Lanning's doing a really good job of bodying both Ice and...
And what do you sort of expect to see nowadays from the Morph? Are we seeing the E-Blade, or is it sort of Manta Skadi just farming it up? Yeah, are you killing or you hitting creeps?
They've been switching it up a lot. It really depends on what you're playing against and what you're with too, because I've seen a lot of Aghanims too, because I've seen some like Willows, but most of the time it's still Manta. Especially when you're playing versus like Chains and stuff like that, it can be annoying.
Behold my searing gaze.
Harder for Arteezy to step up to the wave top.
Crit's going for couriers. That's gonna might give away their ward that they placed deeply early on, but either way.
Trying not damage there to get that range CS. Nice deny.
He's getting 14-2. Elder Titan only 9 and 5 right now. This is not going as well as I thought that EG was going to be able to play like aggressive down here. I guess soon they're going to start getting very aggressive down here, I'd imagine. Just it's they always have some 5 hits. Don't too over aggressive.
Double braces. Here on land.
You have been denied.
Elected Abed. I was pretty sure he'd do it, but I'm glad he did do it. He gets the Searing Chains at level 4, so if Crit does look to make these type of mid, it'll be an option for him. And top, Necro is starting to get out a lot. He's gonna have Falcon Blade done now. He's actually got it coming out. Courier already. Start for Exodus. Very good hero versus the Tiny too. Constantly put down to like 400 HP. If having to use 7.
Watson preparing a regen slowdown until up top.
Never refuse good.
Borax looks like he is starting to set up for some of these runes, trying to help out 86. Even though he's holding his own in the match up mid, he just get him.
Money changes hands.
One of those runes, but I thought he was gonna go bottom and check it. I thought he was gonna pull the creep wave, but he let's Abed get that bottom water rune for free. Move over. Gonna probably just scout out some stacks here. See line disappear. And stacks are easily farmable by Aster, who have both Kunkka and the Tombstone. Anybody farm.
I mean, and how early? I mean, you say Aster their lineup has got the sort of superior team fight earlier than G will be capable of when it comes to 4-man or maybe 5-man plan pushes if Monet has time done. When are you looking for that to come in? Like, how early are Aster to be trying to push for objective?
I honestly, like 86, like hit level 6 and maybe just
Thank
go
God.
top, like immediately. Well, mid, sure, you won't be able to kill Abed with your heroes at the moment. It's just very unlikely unless you get stunned from the Lion and all that. He's already 6-2. I think you want to head the top lane with the boat immediately and take this tower with XXF.
Yeah, I mean, a sort of a well-farmed XXS on the Necrophos at this early stage, and with the Kunkka, if that sort of push comes in,
He's gonna respond bottom.
he's going to be able to get any sort of setup at 86.
Fast though.
Trees, just a level 1x at the moment.
No boots on him.
Well out of the way before anything can this. Take a slow walk back to mid lane. Crip to move over here as well. Seeing if they can do something with the two of them, or with the three of them here. EG, they've got their eyes on 86. Fly, Abed, and Crit looking for the setup.
You have
Sleep.
been denied.
We're going to get any TPs coming in from Aster. Are they going to help their assistant coach here? 86 will standing in on the Kunkka. There's not enough damage from EG. He's having the combo on, but 86, he says, well, is this your best day? 86 standing in. And he's the man to take the first blood. I mean, if that's going to be a morale boost and a half here for Aster.
Yeah. The double bracer build, it wasn't even close.
Yeah,
Not even
it
close
was not
to taking them out.
They didn't do their maths there, EG.
No.
They did not crunch the numbers, and 86 ended up crunching them.
And they didn't overreact either. Like Lanning, he had a TP, but they were cool. They kept it just
They were like, wait, what are they doing? They're not going to kill us? And we'll see maybe now. 86. Oh, he will die this time. EG, they weren't having any of that. They came straight back and made sure to get some revenge. As they do bring 86 down. And by the looks of it, Abed with the damage in this flame gun. Stunn's going to be up in a second, but it doesn't matter. Abed runs them down. So this is obviously the dangerous thing. You know, you give Abed some reason to fire up in the mid. He will. Quite literally here on the Ember Spirit. 2 kills straight up after that first loss of the first blood.
86 stuck around a bit too long and down on him.
The setup, Crit with the follow-up. It's going to be EG hitting back very hard. They weren't too happy about losing that first blood. There's 3 kills straight on the board in response here for him.
Lane's still looking real good though for Aster. XXS has actually bullied Arteezy out because, yeah, well, Arteezy's kind of chosen to go to the jungle because the Bane's making the rotations around. He has to just get out of that top lane, which is kind of traditional for your carries now at this point. 7 minutes is usually when the pressure starts being too much in your safe lane that you have to start moving. Monet gets slept. Not the strength gain, but
Coming up, we'll see if they have enough damage in the burst. Right, Monet. He's out in the trees with a waveform. I didn't find him. Spirits out, the Under Shadow's ticking him down. EG getting very active right now. They will let this top lane go by the looks of it. XXS pushing in. His tier 1 tower will fall, but EG on the prowl, on the hunt for these kills as expected with this Bane setup.
And I like that, we see a lot of times even people not getting their splitter until like level 7, 8, something 9 like that. Level 6, he takes the air splitter because he has the setup for it with the sleep with the arrow. That's the damage, the difference to be able to kill that more. They're very important. As top tower gets taken, XXS, he's already pretty much unkillable.
That's true. I mean, can he pretty much sit down here and hold this tower?
Yep.
Like, how hard is it for EG's heroes to now take this tower that XXS he's down in with the hood?
It depends on how many heroes they rotate, but it should be quite difficult. If you overextend on him too, then Lanning ports in a Tombstone, and Necrophos has like 2k, more than 2k effective life right now with the hood, plus those stick charges that will affect him. He'll have Ghost Shroud. Probably next level, I think level 8 he'll grab it up. Very strong. Monet, he'll just take the mid lane.
86.
It's hunting.
And he's got the setup onto Arteezy. Tombstone down. Boat's coming in. Arteezy, he's not getting any help here at all. As a fantastic catch there from 86. Arteezy just heading up to the high ground, was not prepared for him to be waiting there. And so I say he got hit by the Tidebringer before he went to high ground.
He did.
So got hit by the Tidebringer, maybe just... He just felt confident, didn't think he would die, but he did. Aster, they take him down.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
2k lead now for us as well, yeah.
Monet is just going to the ancient area now too. Necrophos, XSS, as we said, he's playing a little bit more wary, even though we know how tanky he is. Look at his positioning here. Backs up, some of his treads. Tankier now. Spotted by a ward. just be able to farming and can't actually poke the tower unless Arteezy's there. As we said, limited on push until
come down to bottom.
unless the Tiny's there, or until like minute 20 when we do have that shard on the side. So they're gonna see this as soon as they see Arteezy, and let's see what they do to react.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Like success.
No, you don't go on that.
Does tank the arrow.
You don't want to go on that hero.
But yeah, he's ready to tank more than just the arrow.
They're just gonna go mid.
Dire's
They're
middle
like, you know what?
tower is under
Bottom
attack.
tower doesn't matter. We'd rather just actually put the pressure on ourselves. And as we said,
Radiant's
Aster as a
bottom
5-man
tower
unit
is fortified.
is a much stronger team fight lineup than EG does have. EG has to play around the pickoffs, or just outplay inside the team fight.
Dire's
Raise 'em.
structures are fortified.
Next, the boat and Tombstone is too much really for EG to deal with. And Lanning, look at his positioning. He's sitting all the way back. We'll get that tomb up here.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Wave, try to keep the catapult alive, but crits there with an arrow. Does stop that push in its track.
About Monet. Getting the space to catch up. It's got a bit of a slower time as compared to the other course. But the finger,
Got the finger,
they
yeah.
have huge amounts of burst.
See the Bane. They just, I guess they're just gonna settle.
They'll take it. No messing around makes taking a kill. Ahmed does jump in. See a nice move from Monet. Using the chains against him, but Moonlight Shadow is out. Don't quite have detection on them here, so Abed will be able to step away.
Getting away with quite a lot here. Monet now being able to play in the aggressive jungle. Arteezy about to have his Echo Saber finished up. So that's when he's going to be able to start joining the fights. But as we said, not an easy Tiny game. Playing versus Necrophos, playing versus Undying, playing versus like most of these heroes is not the easiest at all. You don't have good burst targets on almost anybody except for the line.
I mean, it shows, and it's going to be expected, right? These
Right.
heroes that we do feel are going to be strong, like the Tiny, so are the pro players. They're going to come into this tournament with a lot of preparation against how they want to draft and play against that hero. And that's the preparing here. They've got an easy setup on XXS. So
Under attack.
4 heroes beating down upon him. We'll see Abed try and catch more. Looking for 86. So I have a bottle of Envies, so further chase here.
That Tombstone though, a little weird there from Lanning. That one just kind of free money for EG. And now the tower might also be in jeopardy because that Tombstone was
Yeah, they
dropped.
can't really put up a fight
Radiant's
now.
middle
Tombstone
tower
and
is
XXS
under
gone.
attack.
XXS might just TP back in as they are rotating over. His boat's back up, but yeah, no Tombstone available is a big contribution by Lanning.
Yeah, I was maybe just worried that 86 would get chased down. From the ult, Stomp comes out onto them. Arteezy will look to finish off the tower. Avalanche out to hold back the turn. The splitter comes in. Lanham able to heal up the rip. Slight of fist though from Abed, just cuts through them. That's going to be Lanham gone down. Sleeper set up onto XXS. Down from 86 to hold back Abed for now. But Abed stick charges. He's still good to continue to chase. Change setup into the arrow. EG, they'll catch the Necrophos. XXS is still alive. Able to put the stick underneath the tower. He's going to turn around the Reaper's side. They do. Was that a clutch Nightmare save from Fly? I believe it was. Nightmare on Ice size. Saves it for the Reaper's side for 86. He'll find the 2-man torrent. A couple of hits. He gets it off just before the Stomp comes in. So Ice size still goes down. Monet chasing Fly into the river. Aster, it will hit back. A very admirable save attempt there from Fly to keep Ice alive. But unfortunately for the two of them, they do
Dire's
still
middle
both
tower
end
is
up
under
going
attack.
down. Casualties as well on the side of Aster, but the way the team fight ends,
Radiant's
Aster in a
bottom
position to
tower
push
is
back
under
and
attack.
take this tier 1 win.
Yeah,
Dire's
and a
middle
bit of
tower
mistakes coming
has
out too.
fallen.
XXS didn't even use his hood. He would have lived. And the initial
replay here.
Yeah, on the initial go, he didn't pop the hood at all. He waited. I thought he was gonna wait like for the last second to maybe to catch them off guard, but yeah, he just never popped it.
I mean, we saw it. Abed feeling strong with the Maelstrom done. Big amounts of damage there on that first jump, and
Dire's middle
they
tower
chase
is
on,
under
but
attack.
they're definitely not without a cost there. Losing their own tier 1 tower.
Save though. Good save by Fly. He's definitely very awake and ready.
Dire
XXS, as I
are
said,
scanning.
very awake and ready for that, but for the plays, but yeah, just not popping his hood. No. In their tower, and now clean out their jungle here a bit here. One day just be able to farm an ancient stack.
They're really catching up. Only a couple of hundred, about 100 behind Arteezy now.
said, you know, Morphling in this matchup, he's got a lot of fun things to turn into. Sure, not some crazy agonyms unless he turns into like the ET at some point in the later stages if he does go for that, but just turning into heroes normally, turning into a Tiny and Ember, always spectacular.
Radiant
Smoking
are
up again
scanning.
here, Aster. Kill, Borax with the finger ready to go. Arcane Rune as well on 86. He could be set for a drawn out engagement, ready to try and bring it. But looks like it'll just be the one pick off it. Saving the finger, of course, no need for it here.
Nice though. Good pick off. Prince getting close to that Spirit Vessel. Very valuable this game versus the Necro and the Morphling. Again.
We get into the jungle here. Oh, EG 6 on top of the arm that going for the BKB. I mean, when that BKB's done, he gets caught out by a grip setup.
Dire's courier
Pretty
has been
invincible.
killed.
Not going to be easy killing these heroes. It's Kunkka and Necrophos. Very, very
Dire's top
tanky.
tower is under
Another catch
attack.
here for Aster. They catch Fly doing a bit of a warding mission in their jungle. Suddenly put a stop to.
And he's zoning. he's
He's
part of all
dude,
7
he's
kills.
Top network. That's dude. I mean,
He's owning, I'm telling
he
you.
is. This.
Playing really well.
As it goes with sort of last-minute stand-ins,
I like
they're going to be
his-
feeling pretty strong here, Aster.
And I love the itemization he's gone for. Like, just double bracer,
Yeah.
no funny business. Double
Yeah.
bracer, gets the damage item in between, and then he's going straight BKB. Because, I mean, once
He
they've got
won't die, he won't
BKB,
die.
and as we said, like, their group up with BKB, they might just be able to go straight into Roche Pit, and EG, it might just be a hard one.
Look at this. With the low ground, they've got the step onto Arteezy. TPs are coming in, and it looks like Aster are hesitant on going any further towards the attempt for that kill.
A hard one. He's level 12 now. 2100, 80 HP with that 18 armor. You have the finger, but in that position there, they can get to it. EG, just chilling out. You know, you can tell they're not really like feeling too flustered. Still just playing like this farm game. As we said, they do have this really strong potential for late game scaling. And their Spirit Vessel is done, so maybe that might be a
Comforting
go
regeneration.
to try to go get some more kills onto Necro on them.
Flying Abed. Sort of action up. Faster up top, Monet. 500
Dire's
off
top
the
tower is under
Manta.
attack.
way into it's safe as well. Each members are eyeing him up around the mid lane.
Real close to BKB. And you can always get that off. Something important. The sleep into the arrow, you'll get
You
the
can get
BKB off. So it's gonna be a good way to cover them. And as we said for EG, they
Oh, Lanning. Yes. Any help? No, not in time. 86 don't
86
try and
also.
step forward. Hold back Abed. Arteezy's in on top of 86. Smoke comes down. Hex as well. Borax doing his best to control Abed, stop him from being able to jump in and get 86. The sleight of fist won't catch 86. So 86 is able to step up to the high ground. Borax will lose his life for it. But 86 will be saved. Still no. Arteezy claiming the 2
Radiant's
kills there.
middle tower is
timing
under
for EG.
attack.
And when I start to look pretty BKB, keep going. They've got Spirit Vessel. Keep looking for these pickoffs. That's what the lineup is entirely about. They do not want to get into these 5v5 engagements yet.
The rune of illusion.
See, yeah, Aster playing very careful. Monet
Yep.
in the trees, XXS as
Dire
well. He's out of the bottom
scanning.
lane, doesn't want to be pushing out any further himself. Whilst knows that he's going to be on the move. Shadowblade Echo done on Arteezy, looking for kills.
Hey,
Come out, Fly.
spotted.
And straight away, immediate grip it from Fly leaves no chance for Monet.
And that's, you know, you were asking one of the... See that animation? No, you didn't, because there pretty much is none. 'Cause absolutely. Monet, he's one of the faster players as well, so we've talked about him so many times over the
Normally
years.
gets
Normally gets like BKBs off from Invis rune stuns, so...
it's there.
Silver now, we've got full Ags now for Abed too. Pretty much everywhere in the map, everywhere inside of the team fights. Love the Ag, and he has it very early too.
Obviously, the last few times, some heroes being able to run away from him, not be able to run away from him now. Incredible amount of chase potential.
And it's a lot more burst
Back
too,
lines.
if you do want to use it in that aggressive manner. I know you love to do.
throw them all out.
There's a hero like Morphing like in a lot of situations. Plus ET aura, a lot of damage.
KB here for A6. It's gonna have it for the next move.
And I want them to be more adamant about making moves. I think right now they're playing into EG's hands.
You think EG's getting a little too
EG's
much?
getting too
middle
much, and
tower
their
is
lineup
under
is about
attack.
scaling later on. Like ET's gonna have Aghanims. Tiny already is pretty much online, almost has BKB, and then they're gonna be the ones who are actually constantly looking for their fights rather than Aster. Aster will have a lot more trouble. So honestly, I feel like maybe even just walking to Roche Pit as soon as this Kunkka BKB comes out is the play for Aster.
I
think you have to do something.
Have they got some smokes still?
I believe they did. I think they had one on. Oh, they had one on Vorax. Should be coming out on the courier then. Yeah, it's coming out.
I really feel that at the moment EG definitely getting into their comfort zone now. Aster, they need to do something to shake that up.
Are they gonna? Yeah, they're going the Roche. Okay, good. I was like, I really hope that they just get in
Radiant's
the damn
bottom
Roche pit.
tower
Like, you've
is
got
under
Undying,
attack.
you've got this great
Radiant
team fight potential with your 5
structures
heroes,
are
you've got the BKB.
be spotted.
You gotta just do it.
Structures
It's gonna
are
die too fast because of the amp.
Allies.
I think it's gonna be a bit tough for EG to react. They do have the ET coming over.
TP and ice, but yeah, he's never got the setup. Could cause a bit of a mess up here for Aster. It's getting
Radiant's
low.
bottom tower is under attack.
Doing their best to make sure they don't get caught out by the stop, but the arrow's in to Monet. Can EG really get in on this? Roshan very low.
Radiant's
Abed, he
bottom
might be able to
tower
jump in and
is
out. He's setting it up. Remnant's in. Abed might look for the steal. Early jump. Already Aster, they get the kill, they get the Aegis. The lockdown's there onto Abed. A big splinter comes in from Iso's eyes. The boat comes crashing down there with the BKB out. 86 will be able to head out of the pit and get out of there. Maybe not fly. Big sprint drops him down through the match community as 86 will manage to get caught on the way out. Quick jump in on the back lines. Monet's feeling confident with that Aegis that he's just picked up. To jump in the once for another round here. Fly. Set up Borax. Might be able to help from the high ground. The one death on Monet. See if they can do it again. XXS ready to step over. Find some extra heals and safety here for Monet. Monet jumps over the wall. Flyfinger comes out. Hex as well from Borax as he locks down Fly. They bring down the Vayne. Ice punching hard. Runs down Borax. Arteezy saving that BKB here for this point of the fight now where Aster they've got nothing left to use. As XXS run down by the Tiny. May have got the Roche and the Aegis, but EG, they certainly take the fight.
Huge fight from EG. Fly coming in clutch. Little mini sleep there. Believe saving Abed for initial moments there, but then he gets the Fiend's Grip onto the Kunkka as he's exiting. Really nice plays. And Aster, they kind of got, like, I wouldn't say like trolled a little bit, but Arteezy was just continuing to push bottom. His team was making it seem like they had more people around the Roche Pit area because Abed wasn't jumping in. So I think Aster they got bluffed a bit there.
This is pretty scary now for Aster, you know, with the BKB on Tiny and the Aghanims done on Ice. This is going to be very difficult for Aster to fight in. 86. Put down bottom, he's got the BKB, so threat of dying.
He's trying to force it.
There he is. Very, very 6. KB this time around. Arteezy on the hunt up top.
They got the Roche, but
tower
G
is
still
under
have all their
attack.
timings. And Monet, he sees him with the sentry.
It's a turn.
Many.
Quick jump in.
Combo.
The sun set up and they got the damage dust out. They too.
sure do.
Fantastic turnaround there from Monet and Borax. They were prepared, as you say, sentry up. They are able to sort of have that discussion. Do we want to try and bring heroes up? They do. Turn around, they take down Arteezy. 40 seconds without him. Could get the room for Aster to take some objectives here as they start to step up to
Dyer's
tier 2
top
top.
tower
Still
is
look to
under
play. They
attack.
should still look to play together. Do not look to get too split off from versus this EG team. They're all about getting those pickoffs for the big team fight lineup. So yeah, look to go for this tier 2 here. Still Arteezy down for 20 seconds.
Dyer's top
They
tower
didn't
is
really have to
under
use anything
attack.
of too much importance. Sure, finger, but it's not that important right now. It's more just about the disables that's coming down, and that is a Lincoln's now done for Mon.
Dyer's top
So he's got
tower
protection
has
versus
fallen.
that Bane.
Radiant's middle tower
Lots of ways
is
to
under
break it, of
attack.
course, with the Enfeeble.
And they're looking to force the access. Let's get the Lotus Orb up as well.
Yeah.
Just anything they could throw on this Monet Morph and make sure that he has a free time in the fights. High ground, nice try for the stop setup. The sleep. It's an arrow, splitter as well. See if they can burst him on. They certainly can. Eyesight, he just destroys it. Punches down Borax in the open towards XXS. He can't run, stop pops out. XXS gets shredded as well. Or dead on Aster there. As, wow, there's Ice just frontlining it all and coming in hard with these big punches.
They did get all their timings, as you mentioned. Like Aster, they made a nice move top. They played around all this vision here. They get the kill on the tiny, but EG, they got every timing. They never overreacted to almost anything. Ice is massive. He's got that last fight, he gets the 15 talent right before he walks in. Plus 350 damage when he walks into Aster's heroes there. And it's
Radiant's middle tower is
a
under
4K
attack.
advantage. It's Necrophos 0 and 4. After having such a good start in the laning phase, he's been able to make
Radiant's
anything
top
happen
tower
with him.
has fallen.
Just the chain stun is just too much for him to deal with.
Well, there's 1 million from the top end. They want to try and kill Arteezy. Straight into the tiny form. Move it from Flood to try and save with the Nightmare's not enough. The scythe comes crashing down. Arteezy's gone. Arrow off to the side to 86. Ice ready to run in. He wants to try and fight, even though they've lost Arteezy. Still feeling strong in between the two of them. Ice and Abed. But it isn't enough. Ice has now been left behind as EG have decided to bail. He's going to look for the TP out. There's nothing to put a stop to it.
Nice play, but waiting for the last minute to throw the spirit out, catches it on the 4, so he gets that high duration match community. Arteezy does die though, but in a position that is a very aggressive spot, so Aster now have to push the lanes fully out.
So a solid attempt from EG to try and find more from it, and also able to bail out when they could.
Fly is ready here. He does not have his Fiend's Grip Rebel, but he does have Ward that he is gonna get instantly. Was trying to hunt. Next success, gets himself back on the board. Just talking about.
Never
0-4.
refuse gold.
Hoping to get that nice.
Regeneration!
Dagger on. Size now as well, so
Get on that morph.
top of him with the setup. That's already been found by Fly or Crit.
You can almost, if you get like a 4-man spirit and you blink onto the thing and you double shot, you actually could almost 2-hit. You know, sets you to 0.
Dire are
Max picked up
scanning.
the crit, so they're trying to tank up. They're trying to make up for the fact that you have some limited team fight on their.
My waters
Crazy
rise.
neutral items. I've been trying to glance through them a bit here, but I haven't seen any. Breaking. Go the grove both sides. This is nice. Abed having that is definitely really.
On a right with
Yeah.
the Dax targets. Would imagine at that point there's probably some better item.
Guns rolled. See if EG, like we said, ideally they want to get the start where they kill one hero first. Right now, though, they are starting to get quite strong because of that ET. Has been it. Because of it, instantly Lanning.
The sleep into Arrow. Lanning might have to be just left on here. Borax is going to try and jump back in the lady suit. He's having the BKB off, but the spinner comes in. Ice gets the kill. He's over to the side, punches down Borax. Now EG's ready to chase for more. There's only 3 left up here on Aster. Look at what's on him with the Mountain trying to get away. Remember down a pop, and he's going to get destroyed as well. Abed flying forward with the remnants up to the high ground as well. Ready to dive in under the geometry. 4 XXS. A side is attempted. It's not enough damage. EG then team-wiped Aster.
And it was a buyback from Lanning. He bought back and died almost instantly. Tombstone feels like it's doing literally nothing. They are just bypassing it instantly, no cares at all, as EG now have taken full control of the 8K lead.
Radiant's middle
ET
tower
out of
is
control.
under attack.
Gonna have a crit next, as well as Arteezy. He's pretty much got the silver edge done too.
We'll see this again, just a rough start. I mean,
Radiant's
maybe if they
middle
just
tower
let
has
Lanning
fallen.
go, but we saw
Dire's
86 getting
bottom
caught at the
tower
start of it. The BKB can't come out
Radiant's
sooner,
middle tower
as
is under attack.
he's just gone. And 3 against 5, it's never going to be fun, especially against the
Radiant's
chase that
middle tower
EG
has
have. Abed with the Zags,
Radiant's
and
middle
Ice
barracks
as
are
well,
under
just been able to
attack.
run forward with that immunity. Monet just not getting the player's game at all.
Dire's
Manta
bottom
sure will
tower
get you out of
is
the
under
chains, but
attack.
Avalanche is always going to cause an issue
Radiant's
for
middle
trying to escape as a
has
ball.
fallen.
I think that was literal worst case scenario also for Aster. They get their Undying caught, they get their Kunkka caught, he pops BKB, dies immediately after, so even if he has buyback, he can't come back with BKB, so it's just, I think everything that could have gone wrong there went wrong for them. Fully capitalize, get themselves a bracket advantage, and now significant gold advantage.
Big lead now at 25 to 11. As you can see on the graphs, all tapering right over
Radiant
towards EG's advantage now. Aster.
EG's just gonna
The
fight.
next move has to be a good one. If they lose another team fight here, it could potentially
He's gonna get one shot.
yeah.
Pretty much.
I mean, do they want to fight without that man here? As they don't. And down and versus 5, not something they're interested in at all taking, especially with the 5v5 that happen so fast. Is going to have to sit back and wait.
The warding by Fly is something else that I haven't really gotten to touch on too much this game, but it's been very, very good. Aster's had some really good ones down to like the sentries that we saw from earlier, but that's the reason why EG's getting these grabs.
Trouble jump of the burst, fingers out, Oak coming out. The Nightmare Saint is attempted, the BKB's come off. RT's now ready to step back. Monet grabbed at the front of it all. As they focus down the Morphling, now they turn over towards the Necrophos. XXS will slowly get burnt in by Abed. There's no amount of healings to save against that. 86, he'll live. Borax is going to try and blink away, but Abed's got the catch. Slide a fist into the chains. 3 more kills for EG, and they'll tap out. They know that they can't take any more fights like this. GG is called EG. Take this game 1 against Aster. I mean, Aster, they certainly gave it their best during the sort of first half, but then things started to slow down.
Yeah.
The team play from EG came into effect. And it really was sort of one of those things that tends to happen, right? When you have